Welcome to this week's painting update, which I'm recording to the accompaniment of builders behind me, so there will be exciting sound effects, I'm afraid. This episode I've entitled Ruins and Runabouts. Let's start with the wreckage. First of all, I'm going to apologise because there are builders just behind me, so this will be accompanied by suitable wreckage noises as they seem to be putting up scaffolding. Okay, so here we've got a set of Citadel sci-fi ruins. Now, unlike the fantasy ruins, which are ancient ruins, these are quite obviously meant to be modern in-use walls that have been battle damaged quite recently, and they have quite a lot of things like touchpads, and we get this guy here, you can see we've got little control things. Now I still went ahead and just did them grey because I want them to be old and derelict rather than recently damaged, so I didn't bother picking out the details. I didn't bother even metaling the little grills because there's really no need for what I want them for. Having said that, they're nice, sturdy, thick pieces. This is a single piece. This hasn't been glued together. This is just how it comes off the sprue. Nice and sturdy, nice and thick, and again, not a skull in sight. So this is, for me, a very versatile set. There's sort of echoes of Gothicness. There's an arch here. But it's not really an arch. The window itself is square, so really they are not screaming 40k at me, and I can use them for all kinds of things. So I was very pleased with those. To go along with my ruins theme, I made some little rubble bases. Bit of plasticard, some various types of grit and stones, and a little bit of static grass. These were failures. I wanted them to be a lot bigger than this, and to that end I've ordered some different supplies. I've got, I think, 20 kilograms of aggregate stones arriving in about an hour, which I'm going to try and make some bigger rubble piles of. I finished these and painted them, and because I can use them, but they weren't actually what I'd hoped they'd be. I did 7 in the end. They're all much of a muchness. There we go. So that's the kind of derelict ruins section. Oh, and a couple of these are the metal hatchways that come with the ruins set. So okay, that's the junk part. Let's move on to the functioning part. Vehicles. I painted a lot of vehicles. There are 19 here. They're all resin. I got them all from Antenna City's workshop. I've had them for between 3 and 5 years sitting in a drawer, and I hope to make each one of them a little masterpiece. And in the end I decided I'd rather just have them painted and usable, so out came the spray cans, and I sprayed them flat colours and then just painted the windows and the lights by hand. I chose background colours because they're background things, they're scenery. I don't like my scenery to pop too much into the foreground. And so all in all, I'm fairly pleased with them. Not too pleased with the taxi at the back, but the rest I'm very pleased with. So they're lovely little vehicles. One piece resin. That's the parked version, and this is the same vehicle in its moving state. So I think they're designed for infinity, but they're just great little small compact sci-fi runabouts that I can use for lots of different settings, and I'm pretty pleased with them, really. Took a couple of days to paint. Oh, still got the builders going, obviously. And painted and on the table is better than unpainted and in a drawer, so I'm counting this as a win as well. To finish with this week, a cheat because I didn't paint these at all. These are pre-coloured MDF kits, again from Antenna City's workshop, and they're cargo lifts. Normally I'd paint all these, I'd get them, I'd make them, I'd paint them, but I thought just this once I'd see what they look like in their sort of pre-painted form. I thought like the edges would annoy me, but actually they don't. I treat these much the same way as I treat using a die cast. They do their job. They're quite clearly, you know, bits of scenery. These are, try and do this two-handed. You can move the little layer. It goes up into different heights depending on, you know, if you want for that. So really nice little things. I forget how much they were. You get a pair, and they weren't terribly expensive. So so that's it for this week. No people at all in the collection, but an awful lot of scenery, so I'm very pleased with that. So as always, thank you for watching. I apologise for the background noise, just part of the rich tapestry of life, and I'll see you next time.